What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is your WCW weekend contest walkthrough where the big man on campus plays Visceral Ministry Faction Boss. And right off, I haven't read through this whole blog. It's these WCWs are me reacting to them, telling you what you need to know, highlighting what's important, and reading them, to a degree as well. But I have read the first part, and it's big. It's kind of a big change. I don't know if they're going to keep this, but right off the bat, darkness descends, but not for long. Fear not, the light is here to push it back. Get the brand new Viscera guaranteed in the flagship offer at WWEChampions.com. So for $100, not $199, usually flagship offers are $199, you get 47 loot coins, which is basically a $100 pull and a $20 pull usually. And then you also get the S-tier weekend character. I am not encouraging spending on any level. I will say that this is a much less spend than most people usually do to get weekend characters, especially S or S plus tier characters. Usually you have to go through 15 mega pulls, sometimes you might get lucky, but I know people who spend hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on a weekend trying to get a character and don't get them. So the fact that for $100 you not only get the character guaranteed but also get 47 pulls, that's actually a really interesting deal. Also, Viscera, in terms of our power ratings, is a 23 out of 25. The only thing we dinged him on was his entourage ability, which is very niche. But in terms of a fighter, he's top tier. In fact, Rusty thinks he is the best powerhouse in the game in terms of you don't need a lot to make him good, right? So Hogan, I would say, is the best powerhouse in the game, but you need like 7 things to make him top tier. Rusty compared him to Bionic Redneck Austin, who is also very top tier, but needs things. There's several moments that are pretty expensive to get him back to top tier. Viscera really doesn't need anything to be top tier, so you can use him pretty low key on that. Also, unleash his power with the new Ministry of Darkness moment that was available during the week-long contest. So they made a big deal on that other blog. Lots of FOMOs. Merrick's called it out. About having the moment being a big deal for this weekend specifically. I have not seen where that's going to come into play yet, but it does say earn the new powerful ministry business skill plate. Is that another new skill plate? I have to look at, because that's like 13 skill plates now, plus even more skill plates, shards, and powerful straps for brand new Viscera. Please note the moment is currently available in the Pacific Power Step Up offer at WWEChampions.com until Friday at 12 p.m. Doesn't mean it's never going to show up again, but they are making a point. Again, they're riding the FOMO on it, that if you want it, it's $115 on the step up offers, but it's only going to be available until Friday. Just letting you know, not encouraging spending. You can't see this coming. Also, TLDR, Cena as the faction boss is no accident. It's the start of a new trend. Plus, skill plates are allowed. So, hooray, fixing some things right off. So, what this is saying, I mentioned in the blog read on Monday that I thought it was an accident that John Cena was there, or not an accident, placeholder. Placeholder's the better word. I thought Viscera was going to be there, but that's not actually it. This is intentionally done this way so that you can take advantage of Boss Man, as it's going to say in a second. Excuse me. All right, so you may have noticed something a little different this time around. John Cena is your end-of-month faction boss. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you, even if you can't see him. This isn't a mistake. It's a deliberate new direction. Starting now, we're aligning the weekend boss's boost with this month's A-tier superstar. Earn the A-tier superstar Big Boss Man this month and dominate the boss battle. Use them in contests and tasks for even more rewards. In John Cena's case, defensive acrobat. This faction boss is designed to let Big Boss Man unleash his hardcore potential in a powerful way, a move that wouldn't hit as hard with Viscera as boss. It's all about making the final challenge more dynamic and rewarding. We're looking forward to building on this approach in future months. As always, we appreciate your passion and sharp eyes on these details. Also, the weekend faction boss will have no negative steel cage rules active. Oh, thank you. Oh, that means you can use everything, including skill plates. So let me tell you what I like about this. They're building the really the month events, but the weekend event and the culmination of the MLC around the A tier character. That is the most accessible character that isn't just straight up the free tier B tier. So a lot of people in the community, most of the community that plays this month, will have Big Boss Man by this weekend. If you don't, that's okay, but he's more available than, say, S plus tier Jacqueline, who was incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult to get. Or Steve Austin, who is super rare in his shards. So using this approach, it encourages the basic player, the free-to-play player, to be able to feel like we have an advantage in this over the whales. Yeah, I know I get called a whale sometimes. I do spend. Let's be honest on it. But I like this approach. They could have made it built around Austin or Jacqueline, and then like 5 people in the community, hyperbole, right, would be able to take advantage of this. They built it the most accessibly as they could, and I really hope this stays. I hope this is an approach going forward. Really opens up boss battle in a good way for all of the community. Also, please note, screenshots are taken for test environment. Text, numbers, and items, decks are subject to change. Some parts of the contest might be a work in progress, so checking game for latest numbers, items, and details once the contest has started. Basically, the blog is a helpful resource, but in-game is what has the final say. So if it's different, don't freak out. Subject to change is a thing. Schedule, solo contest begins 5:30 at noon, goes till 6:02 at noon Pacific. Faction boss competition is on Saturday at noon until Monday at noon. Faction boss itself is Saturday at 2 p.m. until 6:02 at midnight. So that can't be right. That's probably 6:01 at midnight. Otherwise, it goes into, well, maybe. Who knows? It could go into Monday even. That would be a long faction boss. Anyway, highlight and rewards for this weekend. MLC Chase is Viscera. So if you don't straight up buy him for $100, which is a thing this weekend, crazily, you can also then get shards of him. So he's a 3,000 unlock. You can see for basically free, you're going to be able to get 500 solo milestone, 150 in the faction boss competition, 210 in tours, and 40 in the faction boss shop. So that's 650, 760, 800 shards. So if you are at 2,200 shards of him, you can get him this weekend. There's also another 80 for re-rolling the faction boss shop twice. That costs quite a bit of in-game cash. Or you can get him guaranteed at 5-star bronze in WWE Champions, plus 6-star gold poster and skill plate in his loot. So lots of big things going on there. Austin, there's 240 in solo milestones and 160 in the premium. So if you are within the 400 range, you could get him, but more than likely, unless you're at that 200 or less, you're probably not getting him there. 90 for Big Boss Man, plus 45 and 15 in solo milestones and offers. Then there's Prize Wall. There is a new Ministry Business skill plate. This is the most skill plates I've ever seen released in 1 week. Like, this is insane. And holy crap, that's a good skill plate. You can get him at 5-star bronze guaranteed in the shop for just $100 US, along with more rewards. And the new Ministry Business skill plate. When you make 6 or more multiply gems, increase all your gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. That is actually insane. 100% is not a huge buff, but multiply gems don't need much of a buff to stay top tier relevant. Up to this point, I have said there is not a single plate I would even consider putting on OTC Roman. He doesn't need them. He doesn't need this, but you want to do more damage. There you go. Jacob Fatu, there you go. Hulk Hogan, if you're not running the drip plate on him, there you go. Like that is a really, really big deal. And if you have characters that drop multiple sets of multiplied gems based on multiple moves, you're also going to see that hit. So that is a phenomenal plate. Yeah, not a fan of the pentagram in the background, though. Skill plates, the Fearless Stare, the Punk's Gauntlets. That is the color turn version of the Yeet plate. Super good. Dirty Deeds, Radical, Entitlement, Total Silence, Botch Slapped, which is a big deal for those who maybe got the Boss Man plates that are the ultimate plate. Botch Slapped is the perfect plate to go along with that, if you can find a character that makes 30 botched gems. Insatiable Hunger, Neckbreaker, Unbreakable Crown, Nearing End, which is a big deal for Penta, if you got him recently. Larger Than Life, Strong Style, Vintage Glamour, Underdog Story. Shards for Karrion Kross, JD McDonough, Nikki Cross, Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, who is phenomenal, even as an A tier. Tonga Loa, Akam, and Bodalis. So, there you go. I know somebody who is just saying, how dare they not put Bodalis shards on there, and now we got them. So, hey, they listen. Look at that. Plus, you can get Ultimate Viscera strap, Tier 6 medals, class-specific token bundles, and Econ, as Goldie says. Solo contest, you've got things, and there's shards, and there's stuff. Recruit Viscera to access an exclusive limited time tour this weekend. Max milestones 15 million. You get 500 Viscera Ministry shards, 160 Steve Austin shards, 135 Boss Man, 42,200 Visceral Ministry medallions. That's likely if you have Viscera to get that max amount. And then Tier 6 medals. Top 200 can also get more Visceral Ministry medallions and 6-star gold tokens. Here's what you're getting for CSS. Defeat the faction boss on 23 with Viscera, which means you've got to not only get him, but take him 6-star gold right away. Lots of points. With Viscera on level 18, more points. With Viscera on 14, more points. So basically, they are incentivizing you to consider getting Viscera. This is the CSS. This is the rare stuff. They often make it for rare stuff. The fact that you can access it for a set cost as opposed to RNG is a move in a good direction. Let's just say that. Does not surprise me that you do get bonus for having that expensive character. But also beat the faction boss on 23 with Steve Austin, the Alliance, Big Boss Man, the Corporation, and Brutus Beefcake, the Disciple. Keep in mind, level 14 means you have to have Brutus 6 bronze, usually, which means you're probably not going to... I can't... I mean, I've spent a lot this month, and I'm not going to get to that. Anyway, Faction Boss competition. Play Faction Boss and earn points. Max milestone 50 million. That's where you get 150 Viscera shards, 3 Tier 6 metal chests, 4.7 million Visceral Ministry contest points, and a bag. Climb the faction leaderboard to get up to 5,000 more medallions. And then here's your faction tasks. The other were just you tasks that help your solo event. This is us tasks, we tasks, instead of me tasks that help your whole faction. Beat it on level 10 with any new gen, easy. Faction boss on level 10 with any powerhouse, easy. Showboat, easy. 18 with any Anawai Maya Via Legacy should be pretty easy for most factions. 18 with Goldberg. Again, only one person in your faction has to have him. A lot of you probably do. You just got to beat it 50 times. With Bronson Reed, massive, a little bit harder, but still not too restrictive. And then level 23 with HLRSE, Halurse Cena. That's the Showboat version. The shiny Showboat card version. 200k 30 times. And then as a faction, level 15 with Viscera, 400k points 30 times. Most of those are pretty open. I like that. Limited time tours. For those limited time tours, you can get 9,500 medallions, 5,263 solo contest points, 210 Viscera shards, and then you can get these. So Friday, if you get Viscera on Friday, there's a early recruitment tour for him. Friday, John Cena, any John Cena. That's good. That's open. And everybody now has a 6 gold John Cena in 1 or more flavors, likely more. Friday, Faction Boss Challenge, Bronson Reed, New Austin, Goldberg Hall of Fame, Jey Uso, Yeet, and Halurse John Cena. You should probably have Bossman or Goldberg at this point. Friday, challenge mode, new gen, legends, and modern with Powerhouse as the requirement. Saturday, your Disciple Tour, any striker, but of course Brutus is the one that gets you the bonus. Sunday, Ministry of Darkness with Taker, Bradshaw, and Farouk. Sunday, Family Legacy with Rock, Final Boss. Most should have him. Yeet, Fatu Head Shrinker, OTC, NOD Rock, or Umaga. So Rock is your your open one there. And then Sunday, Ministry of Darkness Challenge with Viscera, and usually you have to have him 6-star at that point. But again, if you're going to get the bonus points for him this weekend anyway, you need to have him at 6 gold. So there you go. Faction Boss. Everything is allowed. You're facing John Cena, and as mentioned, Big Boss Man is specifically designed to get the most out of fighting a defensive acrobat. So that means I called him in our video the Jacob Fatu Destroyer because specifically acrobat defensive class is what he targets. You're facing one of those. So it is specifically designed around Big Boss Man, the A tier. I like this direction. It does use Hell Freezes over, so make sure that you have Unfreeze, and does have a large weakness to black and yellow gems. Red moves, Boss Man again, will have increased strength against him. And you can see this in game, so I'm not going to go through all of it. But the main thing I want to say so that your team understands it, send this video to him. He has a combo that spams random silence gems, does boost on silence gems, and then freezes your moves. So very, very specifically, every team, if you can't turn 1 the boss, needs to have 2 level 9 or 1 level 10 unfreeze boss breaker. Every single time. Don't expect to beat him. If you can't turn 1 him, you need a 2 level 9 or 1 level 10 on every team. I would also recommend that you have the chaotic ability that would take away the one that we all used before. It didn't automatically take away the shield anyway, on there as well. Boss HP is it's just showing 18 and above, but basically 2.1 million. Boss abilities, we've kind of already seen there. We saw them. Boss rarity requirements. The big one you want to watch for is 14, which is 6-star bronze for your Brutus Beefcake. So you're probably not getting those bonus points. Otherwise, just keep in mind you can do a 6 gold with a level 23, and then you don't have to do 22, 21, 20, blah, blah, blah. So 23 gets you everything below it, right? So here's what I was talking about. Neutralize is the move that typically used to, many years ago when the boss breakers first got invented, it broke the shield instantly. They obviously took that away because that was not what was intended, but it is intended for big bonuses when a move buffs certain things. So you absolutely need to have Hell Freezes over. You absolutely need to have Neutralize on every team. And then it's just helpful to have Helping Hand, and it's time. Other than that, again, I'm not going to read through all of this because it's the same basic idea as usual. Please note if a team member disconnects or leaves an ongoing boss battle, the team won't earn the total points for that. Plus, if you don't want to spend the $100 and get a guaranteed Viscera, you can get an extra chance at a 5-star gold Viscera, which is even more 5 bronzes if you pay for them. 5 gold is getting on the giveaway. So all you got to do is go to that official forum link right there. Drop your constructive feedback. It doesn't mean you can't complain about what's going on. Just keep in mind, complaining in an aggravated manner just doesn't actually get anything done, doesn't move anything forward. What they want to see is you say what you do like, you say what you didn't like, and then you say how you would change what you didn't like to make it into something that you do like. That does get heard. I promise you. I think some aspects of this event are proof. Most specifically this one right here. Like the fact that you don't have to worry about steel cage rules, and that they're selecting, the faction boss to the A tier character for the month. That is incredible stuff. So let me know what you think about the contest in this comment section. Are you going to get Viscera? Are you excited about the new plate, the 13th plate in 1 week? That is insane. We haven't made plate videos much, and we're gonna. It's all I'm gonna be doing this weekend is making plate videos. It feels like so. There you go. Are you excited about all this? Let me know in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and then send this to your friend or faction mate who needs to hear some of this information so that they can help you, help them, help you. Send them the video. We'll see you on the next one, friends. Bye.